Let's go. Welcome to On the Attack with Mac, a podcast meant to inspire, motivate, and even educate you to go out there and win in life. I'm your host, Cornell Mack, and your boy is geeked up because it is going to be a fun show. Today, we're going to be talking about staying in motion and why you should not stop your momentum. We are halfway through the season. Your boy is geeked up. I have a trip planned, and we're going to go over 4 points that I have for you today. I actually wrote some notes down for today's episode so we can make sure we stay on track. But before we do any of that, I would like to welcome the Instagram people back. I guess whatever was going on between StreamYard and Instagram has worked itself out. And so now we are back with you live on Instagram. So let's get to these live viewer shout outs and then we will get to this week's motivational minute, followed by the winner of the week, last but certainly not least, my homie Marcus Tate, the LBC OG's word of the week. Then I'll tell you what's going on with my weekly recap, and we will get to these 4 points about staying in motion and not stopping your momentum. It's a couple, about four stories that I got for you. So I'm excited to talk to you tonight. But let's get to the live viewer shout outs. And if you want to be shouted out on YouTube right now, make sure you comment down below. Give this thing a like, a share. Put them emojis down in the comment section. Make sure you're active in the comments, and we will get you shouted out. Over here on Instagram, we got J Money 332C. What's going on with Real Talk DB8? These lawn care services, Life is Bliss 44. What is going on? Jimmy Cates 12, Lone Wolf Landscaping, D-Mac Lawns, my lawn care cousin is in the building. We got Spence Crisco over here on YouTube, Penn Brothers Lawn and Landscape out here, Lone Wolf Landscaping. What's going on? They ain't really notes, obviously. I mean, it's stories. I don't need notes for those, but I just wanted to make sure that I always give you some value whenever you're watching. But I appreciate Drywall, Bello, and everyone else who watches the show live each week, man. It's going to be fun today. I'm excited. But as we get some more people in here, we got Rowski Yard and Home, JJ Hicks in the building, Heart and Soul Lawn Care in the building. What's going on with y'all tonight? Make sure you're active in the comment section. That lets me know I'm doing a good job and that I'm providing value for you while you listen or watch or listen and watch, because it's a video podcast that we do every week on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, most times whenever I could be on time. We ain't working too hard up here in Western Pennsylvania. But it is a live show. We enjoy very much the conversations, the connections, the people who are watching live, chatting with one another as we all get out here trying to strive to win in life. But yeah, we got some good people in here. I'm excited, man. Let's get this week's motivational minute banner up here. Let me know, should I start playing some music behind these motivational minutes with that? Uh, Maybe pull your heartstrings a little more. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section, or you can DM me at Mac_landscaping412 at gmail.com or Mac_landscaping412 on Instagram. That's how you can get in contact with me. I'm always available. I'm always here to talk to you, and I look forward to it. So let's get to this week's motivational minute. It is a quote that I got out of this quote book. I was reading this and I was thinking about staying in motion and not losing momentum. And sometimes when people first start things, they think they need to have a plan. Well, all you really got to do is get in motion and the plan will figure itself out. So, this quote is, you do not always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. That is exactly what my story has been in anything that I do throughout my entire life. I've never went into anything with a well thought out plan. I get to it and then I figure it out as I go. I call it building your plane in the sky. It's a quote. It might be out of context for some people, but once you get out there, you will figure out what it is that you need so that you can go accomplish what you want to accomplish with your life. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to sit back, breathe, take a deep breath, man. Trust that things will work out for you. Have faith in yourself. All right. Let go. because you're not in charge anyway. There's something that is stronger and more powerful that has your back. All right. So you got to trust, you got to let go and let these things happen for you. And anything can happen at that point, especially if you got some faith in yourself. You do not need a plan. All you need to do is get in motion, get the ball rolling, and eventually, whatever snowball you're pushing uphill, all hills got a peak, baby. And eventually you're gonna get to the top of that. And when you push that snowball over, it starts rolling downhill. And boy, oh boy, that is when the fun starts to happen. So don't worry about having a plan. Just make sure you get started and make sure you get in motion. Let's now get to this week's winner of the week. We got my homie. He's one of the most active people in here. My homeboy Drew's this week's winner of the week. I'm going to tell you why here in a second. But my man Drew, if you don't know who he is on Instagram, he is at Good Stripes. And I'm pretty sure the word good, it's good underscore stripes. And I think that the word good, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but it has two zeros in it instead of two O's. Or maybe they're capital O's. I don't know. But I don't want you to mess it up. It is at Good Stripes on Instagram. And the reason, he's a channel member. He works with my man Spence Crisco down in North Carolina with Spencer's Lawn Care uh NC down in North Carolina. You can follow him on Instagram as well. But he is currently the most active person usually in these uh comment section, always spreading love, joy, and some comedic relief from time to time. He gets me distracted sometimes. He comments so much, I'm trying to read the comments and and still provide some value to the people who are watching and listening. But the reason he is this week's winner of the week is, in case you don't know, there's always some undertones of the Lord from me, because it was whenever I gave my life to the Lord and became a believer that everything in my life changed. And from that point on, I wanted to be as much of a gift as a human can be to other people in the community. And Drew has now taken that step, given his life over to the Lord, and he is now standing on a very firm foundation. Whenever you build a house, you have to start with the foundation, right? And we can look at ourselves like that. And a lot of us, I'll speak for myself. Okay. The reason Drew's the winner of the week is because, like me, we were standing on sandy soil, right? And anything can blow your house down when you're on sandy soil. But when you are standing on a firm foundation, man, it's going to take hurricane strength. Sometimes that ain't even enough, right? And when you're standing on that firm foundation and you got a vision and you got a belief and you got a faith in your heart, it's just a matter of time before your dreams come true. So shout out to my man, Drew. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. And I can't wait to see all the things that you accomplish in your own life, but also the things that you and Spence accomplished down there in North Carolina together, because you guys are walking arm in arm. And what did they say about the Belgian horses? One can pull 12,000, but when you got two pulling together, they can pull about 35,000. All right. Because each one of them is trying to get to the promised land and show, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. And we're going to get to where we're trying to get to a hell of a lot faster at 35,000 than we can all by ourselves just doing that 12. So shout out again to my homie Drew for taking that big step, man. I'm very proud of you. Keep doing good things with your life. Keep doing good things for other people and keep doing good things for God. Shout out to you, my homie. Let's get to this week's word of the week from my homie Marcus Tate, the LBCOG. Each week, you know, if you watch this on a weekly basis or if you listen to it at any kind of frequency, that each week my homie Marcus Tate sends me a good word of the week to get my week started. And it's not just me, he does this to many other people who are out here in the industry and just in life. And this week, we're going to give it to you as we always do. This week's word of the week, rise and shine. Word of the week is preparation. Preparation is the act of preparing, getting ready, planning, training, or studying with a goal in mind. The 5 P's are: proper preparation prevents poor performance. Preparation is a key element in life and in business. Let's learn from the ants. They have no one over them, but they store up for the summer so that they can eat in the winter. So let's prepare like we are already have the dream, vision, or goal we want to achieve. Make room for it and watch it happen. Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets that he may run to who reads it. And that is from, I forget how to pronounce this, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 in the New King James Version of the Bible. Have a great week. Marcus Tate. Yes, sir. I love that, man. Each week, preparing for greatness, man. That's what we need to be doing every day. That's what we should be doing in all facets of life, not just business, but life, relationships, spirituality, health, fitness, all of those good things, man. If you prepare to win, eventually wins will get there. And even when losses happen, you will then take those as lessons to add to your life so that you can continuously win in life, because the only way we actually learn is from the losses. Winning is the almighty deodorant. They say that on all types of sports teams. So if you always win, man, it's most likely you're just gonna go back, count your points, assists, rebounds, touchdown passes, goals scored, hits, home runs, pitches, strikes outs, all of those good things, right? But when you prepare, it is on and popping. I lost my train of thought right there. But yeah, thank you, Marcus Tate, for the words of the week. We got my man, the OG, Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory. Blades of Grass Lawn Care, the homie, the OG. Johnny with Blades of Grass is in the building. Easy Green Lawn Maintenance in the building. The Outdoor Elites is in the building. Spencer's Lawn Care is in the building. We got some OGs in the game. And it's funny because one of the things I'm going to talk about today is some social media OGs. So that's one of the stories. So shout out to them. We got my man, the LBC OG, Landscaping in the building. Paul Miller's Landscaping in the building. R&R Shine Landscaping in the building over there on Instagram. And then over here, let me see. We got Drew is in here now. Clark Williamson, the homie, is in here from Cincinnati, Ohio. Heart and soul. I mentioned them already. Let's go. I appreciate everyone who is here tonight. Let me go over my quick weekly recap. I'll let you know what we did today, what I got planned for the rest of the week, and then we will get into today's show topic about staying in motion and not stopping your momentum. Um, if you are enjoying the show so far, do me a favor, hit it with a thumbs up, a like, put some emojis down in the comment section, share it out so people can see that we're live, so that we can help as many people as we possibly can. And if you get any value at all throughout the entirety of this show at any point, do me a favor, head over to Apple, Spotify, iHeart, wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, and leave us a well-worded 5-star review. It goes a long way to helping your boy get to more people, reaching more people, because we want to find the lost at any cost. That is the motto of my church, and that is what we're trying to do here. It's a goal, it's a mission, it is a lifestyle, and that is what we are here to do, to help the world so people can win in life. Let me get an amen if you can feel that. But this week, I'm going to be staying in motion. Me and Captain Jack, as I prepare to travel tomorrow and for the rest of the week, we got through 30 properties today. Captain Jack is going to take this ship and sail it solo for the rest of the week. I will be back here on Friday afternoon after this event that I'm going to is over with. So shout out to Captain Jack for holding it down. We got 30 properties done today, so we got ourselves a bit of a head start. But there is some rain that is supposed to come out here in the end of the week, maybe on Friday. So hopefully Captain Jack is blessed with maybe not so much trimming when he's doing all his stuff solo for the rest of the week. But this is one of the reasons why we have a loyal relationship, friendship, brotherhood, all of that good stuff, is because whenever I need Captain Jack, he's always there for me. And whenever he needs me, I'm always there for him. Shout out to J Russ 7, who just became a new channel member. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. But yeah, me and Captain Jack, we got through 30 properties today, and we are all prepped and ready, gassed up. He has a company credit card now, which that's something that all you really got to do is go on whatever your credit app is, whatever credit card you use or whatever for gas, and just ask for another card. for an employee. You can even put limits on a lot of them. I don't know, but check out your stuff because that's what Captain Jack's going to be using this week for gas and lunches or whatever he may need, material, anything he may need throughout the rest of the week. But then I will be traveling tomorrow to go to the Lawn and Landscape Technology Conference over there in Las Vegas. I'm gonna be a part of Pod Row with my homie Naylor, Mike and Larry from the Side Hustle Squad podcast, John Pajak with Profits with Pajak, my man Eric Triplett with the Pond Digger podcast, and I just seen that my homie Jeremy Talboy from down there in Florida is going to be also coming out to the technology conference to hang out. So I'm excited to meet a lot of new people out there. My wife bought me some new luggage today because as soon as this show is over tonight, your boy's gonna have to pack up the laptop, the podcasting board, all of these snazzy headsets, that banner you see behind me, and all of that, and get it all ready because my flight leaves tomorrow 6:05 a.m. So I'm gonna have to leave my house around 3 a.m., maybe even 2:45 ish, so I can make sure we get through. I was about to say customs, so we can make sure we get through the airport security and all of that. But yeah, we're flying out to Vegas tomorrow. It's funny when you fly to Vegas from Pittsburgh, leaving at 6:05 a.m. I'm gonna arrive at 7:30 a.m. over there in Vegas. So your boy's going back to the future, all right? And I'm excited about it because my son lives over there. So I'm gonna get to hang out with my son for the next 4 days as we hang out at Caesar's Palace. I don't know if he's old enough to get in, but he's gonna sit at that table with me at least one of these days and do some podcasting. But I'm looking forward to experiencing the event. This is the 6th year of the Lawn and Landscape Technology Conference, and it's the first year that Pod Row will be there, and it's going to be my first time ever being there. So I'm excited to do that, meet new people, create new relationships, maybe meet a brand marketing person or something like that, so we can create some relationships here in the future and just overall recording podcasts so that we can deliver as much value to you, the viewer or the listener. Maybe we'll even do a live podcast at the thing. I'm not sure yet because there's bound to be a hell of a lot of people there talking and doing all types of things. But that is my week, and so I'm excited to get over there to Las Vegas. I hope it ain't too damn hot. I heard that in Vegas you gotta have a garage because in the middle of July in August and early September and June, it gets so hot out there, the tires melt to the damn driveways. Tell me that ain't crazy. I'm over here complaining about the humidity, which I know is bad, but at least my tires ain't melting on the damn pavement. All right, you fry eggs out there in Las Vegas, right? Tumbleweeds flying down the street in that heat. I don't know, but I'm geeked up. My man Paul Jameson is in the building. We got some real heavy hitters in here today, but I'm excited, like I said, to get over there to Las Vegas, hang out with the fellas, hang out with my son, meet some new people, see a new live event. In my experience, every live event I've ever been to has been absolutely amazing. Most have been life changing, and a lot have been business changing. So it's always fun to get out there, get some new perspective, meet some new people, create more relationships because you never know what your future holds with a relationship that you maybe make, but you will not be able to make it if you ain't there in the building. So, if you're going to be in Las Vegas or you live close to Las Vegas and you want to come to Caesar's Palace, hang out. I'm not sure if you got to buy tickets or whatever for this thing, but we will be there. So, come hang out with us. And maybe even if you don't come to the actual event, DM me, man. Maybe we can have a dinner or something out there in Las Vegas if you're in the area. But that brings me to this week's show topic, which is staying in motion and not stopping your momentum. It's going to be of sometimes people start slowing down. When we get into this portion of the year, we're in, the last third of July. It is hot as double hockey sticks outside. You're sweating, got crazy tan lines. I don't know if you could tell, but my hands are unreal dark compared to my arms because we wear long sleeve shirts, and I haven't been wearing gloves this year as I usually do. It just became a hassle to take them, put them on, take them off, put them on, and take them off. They start stinking like hockey gloves. So I'm like, wow, this is like I done went through, I think, 3 hats. I used to do the dirty hat gang thing, and then one day I was like, "Dang, Jack, man, why how you smell like that, cuz?" It was my hat smelling like that. So, whew, man, I tell you. But it gets hot. It gets hot out here, and sometimes that can slow your momentum when you know I gotta go out here. It's gonna be 98 degrees today, 65% humidity, 80% humidity. I'm gonna be drenched and sunburnt and hot and covered with bugs and grime and grass and dust and sniffling and breathing hard and snot rockets and all of these crazy things that happen once you get into the dry heat of July. But you got to stay in motion. All right. Don't stop the momentum now. We are here. It is almost over. There's only like 115 days left in the mowing season, at least here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We end our mowing season somewhere around mid November, and then we get into leaf cleanups and all of that stuff all through November. But stay in motion. You got momentum going. I don't care if you got 5 yards right now. All right. You've been doing those 5 yards. You've been killing it. Don't worry about the numbers being low. Maybe you got a maybe you got a job on I was about to say on the side. We cutting grass on the side. You got a full-time job and you're getting after it each week. You're showing up, man. Keep that momentum going. All right. If one day you want to get to 100 yards, we're at 97 now. One day you want to get to 100 yards, you got to stay in motion, man. You got to create the momentum. You got to get the ball rolling. Okay. And even if it's hard when you first start out, when you got to push that ball uphill, it gets easier and easier because while you're pushing your ball up the hill, you're developing your legs, you're developing your back, you're developing your arms, you're developing your mindset. All right. You're developing your belief in yourself. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep the momentum going because it's like a train. All right. It's hard to get that train started, but once it gets going, chugga, 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 choo choo, and you start rolling. You got coal fire in the back of that train and that engine. That thing, that steam starts bellowing out of the top of the conductor car, whatever. I don't know what the hell it's called. Uh, but it starts going out there. That train starts speeding up, man. And now we are rolling. That's what I want for you. So I got some stories for you. Um, a few stories for you, and we'll get into that now. My man, Cat's Spring Lawns. I think that's my man, A Bug's Life. He says momentum is on my side. My man Drew says I got hit 5, 6 times the first time. Second time another 4 to 5 times this morning. It was only 2 to 3, but low key getting annoying. I'm not sure what that even was. I gotta start reading these comments a little more often. But all right, the first thing is on the list is good things start to happen when you are in motion. Opportunities will reveal themselves to those who are looking for them. It's like doors of opportunity only open for those who are knocking on them. And good things start to happen once you get in motion, man. Once you take the idea that you had in your heart, that was in your head, on your mind, once you get moving on that stuff, it's funny how things just start to fall in place, man. Knowledge starts to come your way, help starts to come your way. People even start to believe in you once they see you got started and you are now in motion. It is a beautiful thing to see the opportunities that reveal themselves. Now, right when we first started out here at my company, I went on Facebook, put a card up that I made on Vistaprint, and that was the first time I was like in motion doing something that could actually help me financially. All right. Not having a job, but creating something with my own mind, with my own imagination, taking it to where I want to go. It started the second I got that card made and I put it on Facebook. I got a few people that hit me up. I've told the story at least 10 times on the podcast where we were cutting down weeds that were 5 feet tall with dog poop and all of that stuff. But that opportunity revealed itself because I got in motion and I put the card on the internet. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it was one of the scariest things I had ever done. Cause I'm like, "Man, I don't want to mess people's stuff up. I don't have no clue what I'm doing. The only thing I know is what my grandmother taught me when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. That's it. I know nothing about business. If I put this card up on the internet, you know what might happen? Somebody might actually want me to do something, right? And when I put that up there, being all afraid and everything, I put it up there, Mac Elite Lawn Service. Now taking business or some shit I put up on the internet. I can't remember. It was on Facebook, but I put that up there and I want to say I did those first two jobs, but about 12 opportunities came from that. My first 12 customers all came from that first time putting that card up on Facebook as my banner. And it was funny. Like there might be a lot of people, and I've said this before, who want to prey on your downfall because they ain't doing anything yet. But then there's other people that you just didn't even know was praying for you to get to your promised land. And they didn't even know. They didn't even know that they wanted to help you or that they could help you because they didn't know what you were doing because they would help you, but they just didn't know you was doing anything. So when I put that stuff up there, it's crazy, man. But it's Facebook friends, high school classmates, relatives, friends who were on my flag football team. Those were my first ever people. So those opportunities started to reveal themselves, and as I'm in motion, I'm starting to create some momentum. I'm like, oh, yeah, my man Dane, he hit me up. That was the guy who had the tall grass, whatever. My man Dane hit me up. My homeboy Xavier hit me up. My homie Elliot hit me up. Then my cousin hit me up. Then my aunt hit me up. Then a couple people that I went to high, a couple females that I went to high school with, hit me up. My lawnmower broke. My husband can't do it. I didn't know you cut grass. Do you come to this place? Yeah, I'll come to that place. Right? But these were all opportunities. My homie Chaz, he had bricks in his yard and everything. I'm like, damn, man. Is this how life is when you're doing lawn maintenance? But it is what it is. I picked those bricks up. Why? Because I got an opportunity. It revealed itself because I had something up on the internet that showed I was now in motion, man. And once you get in motion, you realize something. You can't mess this up. You can't mess it up. You can spray RM-43 down on someone's yard. Their grass will die. It will be dead for a while. It will grow back, or at least weeds will, right? You can't mess this up. You can turn your lawnmower on, and this has happened to me, especially when you get zero turn. Sometimes when I put the Toro pin in to when I pull the pin out to change the cutting height, right? I might want to go from 3.5 back up to 4, or from 4 down to 3.25, depending on whatever property we're at. And sometimes when I pull that pin out, for whatever reason, the deck isn't latched on to the holder, the pin holder, whatever you want to call it. So when I pull the pin out, boom, it just drops down to 1.5 inches. And now we got three big ass circles in the middle of the yard for that week. You know what I do? I just say, my bad, yo. My deck dropped. We're going to comp your thing, or we're going to give you a 30%, 40%, 50% discount, whatever, for this thing. I apologize, whatever. It's inevitable. Over the next 2, 3 weeks, that grass is growing back, right? So you can't mess this up. And whenever I first started and I got over the fear, I got out there and I realized something. Cuz got bricks in the yard. They got bricks. People got dog collars, chains, basketballs, footballs, trampolines. All these I get there, the grass is 2.5, 3 feet tall. They ain't had their grass cut all damn year. And I'm worried about, oh, am I gonna do a good job? Right? All they want is their grass to be cut down and for them not to have to do it. So you can't mess this up, man. So get started, right? Stay in motion, keep that momentum going, get over that fear, and these opportunities, once you get started, will reveal themselves. If You get it if you get started with a new way of doing things. Whenever I first started out, me get a check from you, I'll take some cash from you. You could pay me with Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, uh, Apple Pay, Square Reader, card on file. There was like 8 different ways. I couldn't even keep track of if someone paid or if they didn't or when they paid or if they were far behind, whatever, right? I was afraid to change that method and go to the you prepay before I get here. Now, it took some years. This wasn't a first year thing, but I'm encouraging you to make it a right now thing if you're not already doing that for lawn maintenance. Because the opportunities that come from the people who already know how to play this game. They've saved their card on Amazon and Walmart and Netflix and all these other things. And now this is just another subscription that they get to purchase that is automatically withdrawn on a regular basis every Monday night for me, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hell, I just got these emails 33 minutes ago at the time of this recording. And on Wednesday, while I'm in Vegas, all that money will hit my account, right? But it was scary at the beginning. It was hard to get that train rolling, but once I got in motion with doing things this way, prepayment, I've literally had one person give me any pushback. And it wasn't even pushback. She just ghosted after she said, "You want me to pay for my yard to be cut before you've even done the work?" And I responded back like this. Uh, well, ma'am, yes, it is a requirement for any residential customer that we take on to put a card on file to pay a 100% deposit for lawn maintenance. This is for lawn maintenance we're talking about. 100% deposit to get on our schedule, and then it is weekly prepay. There are no exceptions. We're not taking your cash or your check or your Venmo, Cash App, any of that stuff. So, yes, this is what we do. Not only that, ma'am, what other thing I didn't say this, I just said that, but I'm in my brain, I'm thinking, you don't get to do anywhere else, man. You don't get your food. You don't get to get your new Nike socks from Dick's Sporting Goods. Put them on in the store, walk out, and then pay them a month later. Credit cards don't count. They get their money immediately. You just pay the bill later. But that store got some currency to come into their bank, into their cash register, however you want to do it, before them socks graced your feet to go out there and get on your grass cutting go kart. So yes, we require you to pay prior to, and we will get there. And if for whatever reason we don't cut your yard, it rained or whatever, I'll shoot you a refund back, right? You don't like the socks that you got, they weren't comfortable enough, you just bring them back, they'll give you your money back. They ain't tripping on it. Okay, but this is how we do things. Now, it took a minute to get that confidence to even do that. And it took a few times of explaining because I haven't had pushback, but some people just needed it explained to them a little bit. And it was easily explained through email, just like I did to her. Now, on this particular occasion, which is the only one ever, she just stopped responding after that, which is fine. That ain't my type of customer. It would have just been headaches anyway, right? But I'm already in motion on how I do things when it comes to that billing side on the residential part of things. So now I already have my momentum. I don't want to stop that now, and I don't want you to stop whatever it is that is doing good for you because everything changed financially when I went to this model over waiting to get paid till a month after we did this, 8 weeks after. Now, again, we've had this conversation before, but now we're 7 weeks in, right? We can't just, we don't want to just stop cutting the grass because then we won't get paid at all. But now you begging Martha to get paid. Well, I ain't begging Martha no more. Martha, put your card number in. All right, you do it. I don't even see it. It's gonna charge automatically. You don't even have to think about it. And on Friday, I'm gonna be there, or Thursday, or if it rains on Saturday. And if at some point we don't get it by Saturday, you're getting a refund on Sunday. We'll see you next week. Same price. right? But that's the first thing. Good things start to happen when you're in motion. And so those are two stories right there for me. That was some good things that happened. But when you stop your motion, bad things happen. So bad things start happening when you stop moving. I've heard my man Jim Rohn. He said, if you want to remove weeds, it's very easy to remove them, pluck them things whenever they first start to germinate and they first start to come up out of the ground. You get on them quick. You can push those weeds back as far as you want, right? But if you let those weeds go, before you know it, they're in the flower beds, they're in the grass, they're coming through the cracks on the pavement, they're everywhere, right? Because when you stop the momentum, it enables the weeds to grow and for bad things to happen. Now, I know this because in our own life, I've been telling you about the swimming pool that my wife and I we purchased the property, has a swimming pool on it. It's now open. We've been having birthday parties here for the last 4 out of 5 weeks or 5 out of 6 weeks. I'm not exactly sure. But whenever we purchased the property, it's because a house burned down. I had been cutting the grass for the people. They were awesome people. They were actually called the Jacksons. Sometimes I use, Miss Jackson or whatever. I ain't referring to them, but they were the Jacksons, and the Jacksons were an awesome couple. I cut their yard for 2.5 years during the COVID time because Mr. Jackson had contracted COVID, and so his wife hit me up. They need their grass cut, so I started to take care of their grass. They had a swimming pool back there. Now they live behind my house. Our yards connect to one another. And I used to cut the grass and I would hear their grandkids in the back jumping in the swimming pool and all of that, right? But the last 2 years that they lived in the house, the pool just stayed covered, right? I would go up there, cut the grass. I could go whatever direction I wanted because it had this big cover on it and everything, right? They hadn't opened it. Then the house burnt down, right? A few weeks go past. We purchased the property and we just sat on the property for 2 years. It's just been sitting there, right? Now, while they were jumping in that pool, and Mr. Jackson was staying up on the filters. He was doing the cleaning and he was skimming the pool with the thing, getting the leaves out, the bugs. We found 3 dead mice in this pool already, a damn bird, countless leaves and bugs. We got those lantern flies all in there. Okay. It sat there for 2 years. So they were splashing, then it sat for 2 years. We buy the property. It sits for 2 years. Did I say that? 2 years this pool was sitting there. So finally, my daughter's gonna turn 6. We wanna have a Moana party. My wife says, "We gotta get this pool together." She goes up to the pool thing. We gotta take the cover off. We take the cover off. This pool was pitch it was black. It looked like oil was in the pool. That's how dark the damn pool was. It had been sitting there for so long that there was sand and dirt, grime, algae, mosquito larvae, freaking uh, leaves, like old decayed leaves in the bottom of the pool. It's still filled up with water and all of that, but it had been sitting there for so long. When we pulled that thing off, we were like, "Oh my goodness gracious, this is crazy." Still water is a breeding ground for all types of what we consider bad things as humans. Like I said, mosquitoes, algae, whatever, whatever. It's been sitting there for so long. The pumps wasn't running. The filters weren't running. So it's just sitting there. Nothing can happen. No motion is happening. And when there's no motion, things become stagnant. Then the water becomes green fast. Let me know. Do you have a swimming pool? Cause man, does it happen fast. Like in 2 days, you could go from beautiful crystal clear swimming pool to green in 2 days. It's crazy. But that's what happens when things just sit still. You allow for bad things to happen, and then what happens? It took us about a month to get this thing to just being able to see in it. And then 2 weeks after that, once we created the motion, once we got in motion, my wife put this stuff in there. She put some chemicals in there. It lightened up a little bit. It was very, very cloudy. We still couldn't see the bottom, but it had lightened up a little bit. Couple days goes past, more chemicals are put in the pool. We're vacuuming the stuff out now. And then she put this stuff in called flock. What flock does is it makes anything sediment or leaves or whatever that are floating around in the pool, it drops it all to the bottom. So when she put the flock in, we go to sleep. We come out the next day, go down and look at the pool. You could actually see to the bottom of the pool. The flock stuff. Now we're in motion. We got some momentum. We drop this flock in. It drops all the stuff to the bottom. Now when we're vacuuming up, we're not creating dust piles and everything within the water. It's crazy how it happens, but once it's up, bro. So now we're vacuuming out all of this sludge and getting all this stuff out of there. And we put some clarifying stuff in there, some other chemicals, and before you knew it, the damn pool, because we created motion, we created some momentum, we got some learning, we got some understanding, we figured out some trade secrets. Not that anything is secret anymore. We did some chemical tests on the water. We figured out what it needed. We put that stuff in, and now 5 out of the last 6 weeks, or 4 out of 5, I don't know who's counting. We've had swimming pool parties down here. Swimming pool parties. Who has ever called it that? Let's have a swimming pool party. Get it together, man. Come on, man. But again, like I said, we got momentum, or we got opportunities being revealed to us, right? Or we stop what we're doing. We have no momentum. And now we become just like my pool, where it's easy as hell, right? It becomes easy to sit on the couch the longer you don't have momentum. It becomes easier to not eat right. And I can be 100% transparent with you. Your boy ain't been eating right. I got to lose some weight, right? I haven't had no motion when it comes to working out in a very long time. So, and if you haven't, I encourage you, we need to get on a fitness journey, fitness journey together. I didn't spend all this money on this damn home gym. I haven't even used it. So, uh, again, sitting down like that swimming pool, that's me. All right. So I'm encouraging you, don't sit down. Don't be still stagnant water with dirt and grime at the bottom, man. Make sure you got your correct chemicals. We're saying that, you know, jokingly. I don't want you to have no chemicals in your body or anything like that. But make sure that you don't stop your momentum and get stale like that water. So you got to clean all this stuff out. It shouldn't take that long. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready type of feeling, right? Now, number three is you can have it the easy way or the hard way. I will use a weightlifting example for this. I literally just talked about it, right? But when you start moving, it gets easier and easier to stay moving, and your body actually begins to crave these things that you're doing. That has been my story. Anytime that I work out, it makes me just want to work out more. Like my body actually craves the stuff, right? And right now, it's very easy to not do anything besides get on that grass cutting go kart and pick up hamburgers and drinks and things like that. But weightlifting, it's crazy. I've used this example before when it comes to doing things, but weightlifting, when you first start, you got to get through that sore period, right? You got to get through the first 2 weeks usually, where that lactic acid builds up and your body ain't dispersing it the right way because maybe you ain't hydrated enough, or you're not taking the correct supplements if that's what you do, or you're not having protein after your workout, or you're not getting massage in the water table at Planet Fitness, or from your significant other. You may be not in the thing stretching prior to, and all these things. So it's a lot harder to get started when you haven't been doing things, but you can have it the easy way, or you can have it the hard way. Um, when you do things the hard way, you get to keep those things. When you do things the hard way, and I think that's why a lot, at least for me, that my life has been a little more difficult. And I know we all have the things that we go through, but the more difficult things are, the more prepared you are for when those type of things happen, right? So when you first start lifting weights, it's hard to push that weight up. But once you create that momentum, you got that motion, you get stronger and you get stronger. It gets easier and it gets easier and easier, right? And that's the natural way. You do it the natural way, you get to keep everything. But if you do it the easy way, I've seen pictures recently of what they say bodybuilders look like who take steroids in their 60s versus bodybuilders who don't take steroids when they're 60 in their 60s, right? So if you've been taking steroids your entire life and all of those muscles have been artificially inflated, whenever you stop lifting and you stop taking those cycles, I think that's what they call them, those big old balloon muscles that you had, they shrink down and they look like deflated balloons, right? But when you've been all natural and you've created the thing that you've been creating, which in this case is your body, and you've been doing it the natural way, your body tends to keep that stuff. So don't do things the easy way. Take the harder route. And I've heard that from people who are way more successful. I don't even consider myself like successful or anything like that, but I'm talking about the millionaires and billionaires of the world. They say take the harder way is the better way. So and overall I feel like it's almost meant to be that way, to weed out the weak. The weak people are the people that they do things the easy way and then they blame others for whenever they lose that stuff that they got the easy way. That has affected my life in a real way, by people who have taken the easy route and then they end up in jail or worse, right? End up out of their families' lives. They end up in all sorts of bad situations. But the people who have it a little bit harder, they tend to come out victorious. And so, yeah, do things the harder way so that you can keep it. Last but certainly not least, it takes time and it takes consistency. I mentioned earlier a couple of the OGs, Paul Jameson, Johnny with Blades of Grass in here, Sean with Spencer's Lawn Care, Sean and TQ. But it takes time and consistency. Social media, we got some OGs and we got some people who have been inconsistent. Now, I can't even name any of these fly by night people who have been here for, two podcasts, three podcasts, or one or two YouTube videos, and then they stop. I used Paul and Johnny and Sean and TQ, some of the other people that we all know and love in social media. Or maybe some of you don't like some of those people. I don't know, but they've been consistent, right? And they are looked at as winners, whether they have a multi-million-dollar business or one, two people on their crew. They are killing it on social media, and they are one of the real main reasons why I always encourage people to get on social media, start posting, man. This is a new era. We are in interest media now. It ain't even social media. If you can make interesting, fun things, then you can be successful in this, and you may be the one. I'm sure Johnny and Sean and TQ and Paul and all these other wonderful people who are on the internet giving out information, they probably thought when they first started out, this, how am I going to do this? I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to record a video. I don't know how to write a description or make a thumbnail or put music on my videos or anything. They figured that out. And then you got other people who made a few videos. Maybe they were good, maybe they weren't. And then they just stopped. And now we don't know who they are anymore. So, winning or losing is a result of being in motion or standing still over time. Some have created content for 5 to 10 years. They're getting so many opportunities to win. And then there's people who have been doing it for the same 5 to 10 years and they ain't getting any opportunities. Whether it is opportunities to talk to you, opportunities to talk to big brands and create partnerships and ambassadorships and all these different things that are literally turning into cold hard cash for them and their family, right? And if you could see that it might look, I heard this guy say you it might take 40 no's, but the 41st could be the yes that turns you to a millionaire. And you'll never get there if you ain't consistent over time. Now, I need to get my consistency better. I've been real consistent when it comes to the lives, but I haven't been very consistent when it comes to posting the videos. All right. So we all can get better, but it takes time and consistency, man. So be ready for the long haul and be ready to be consistent because it will get easier and easier and easier, just like lifting weights, the more you do it, right? People will reach out to you because you're showing up for them through your content. It's crazy the impact that you could have just by being consistent because a lot of us, myself included, we need good role models, we need good examples, we need people who we can admire who are actually doing things the right way, who ain't taking the shortcuts, who are being transparent. And this is what I try to do each week. And this is what I do in my real life. It's like if I'm learning something, I'm trying to teach you or tell you about it so we can all learn from it, so we could all win in life. We're all trying to get to the same place that we see these social media influencers, if you want to call them that. They're great people. You go up to any of these people that I've mentioned, they will 100% give you their undivided attention, give you between 5 and 3 out 5 I don't know, it might turn into a friendship with, and that's what's happened for me. But the social media examples of people just being consistent, those are just examples. If we can be consistent like they've been consistent when it comes to creating content, posting it, putting it out, responding to comments, right, doing all of these things, we can translate that to any facet of life. Some of these things that these people are doing, and they are regular people. I can't stress that enough, man. This ain't LeBron James we're talking about. And I don't mean no disrespect. These are regular, wonderful human beings who would love to help and do love to help people. And they've been doing this stuff, some of them for 10 plus years now. And some of us can't do things for 10 minutes. We're so inconsistent. And I'm speaking directly to myself too. So if that's you and you relate to that, man, it's time for us to start shifting gears a little bit and getting a little more consistent and putting in more time for an extended period of time so we can get to those wins in our life, man. I hope that this is helping you. Let me know down in the comments if this conversation is helping you at all. We got GBB in the building. He says, "What's up? How you doing?" Wolfpack 2 is in the building. Patriot Lawns is in the building. Hairston Property Management is in the building. Sincere Jacobs is in the building. Maud Gardens is in the building. My younger sister, Deanna XOXO is in the building. My girl CNC Landscapes is in the building. Lemire Landscaping is in the building. We got Champion Lawn Cuts in the building. He says, "What's up, Mac? You inviting people on tonight?" Unfortunately, no, I can't take a guest tonight because I'm leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I ain't gonna go for 2 hours tonight, but I wanted to provide you some value tonight with some stories, some things that have helped me in my business, and some ways that I kind of look at things when it comes to this stuff in life and business. Man, is let's go over it again real quick. Good start. Good things start to happen when you're in motion. Opportunities will reveal themselves to those who are looking for them. Doors of opportunity only open for the people who are knocking. So knock, man. It's out there for you to have. Someone's ready to open that door of the rest of your life to be the best of your life for you. But we got to knock on it, right? Bad things start to happen when people stop moving. Don't be like that swimming pool. All right. Don't be like me right now, gaining weight. All right. Don't stop moving. Get in motion. I promise you, I'm getting in motion. We gonna get out to this Vegas, be in this heat with a couple of my close friends in the social media world. And when I get back home, it's time to drop some LBSs because we're 92 days at the time of this recording away from Equip Expo. Mac 50 will save you 50% on your Equip registration. Make sure you use that code. It's down in the show notes, the podcast description, and all of that. But I'm gonna be taking a lot of pictures with a lot of people who I enjoy talking to, and I don't want to be out of shape. I see dudes sucking in their stomach and stuff like that. I gotta hold my breath and take a picture. I ain't gonna be able to smile like that. So I gotta get in motion and stop sitting around like this swimming pool. But you can also do things the easy way or the hard way. I say choose your hard. I've heard that on some motivational speeches before. Choose your hard because it's all hard. Life ain't gonna get easier for you if you are standing still. But man, life might get very, very beautiful for you once you get in motion. All right, and be ready to put in the time, overtime, and be consistent, right? Be consistent in all the things that you do, right? So for me personally, I'll give you an example of consistency. When you look at some of these YouTube channels and you see people who have consistency, you look at Sean and TQ, it's consistent. They have very crystal clear thumbnails. They got very big, bright colored words on there that are small words, short words. Wow, this, that, whatever. I was wow's OMG, those type of things with an exclamation point, very big. Purple and green, purple and green. If you look at my thumbnails on Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care, the video thumbnails is some sort of red word, green word, and then a as clear picture as I can get on there. Why? Because it gives the page a consistent look. You don't want to have orange one thumbnail, then green another thumbnail, then purple and all that. People don't know what you're doing. You don't. I talk about lawn care. I try to help people out. That's what everybody else who I know who's doing this stuff, who's friends with me. We all do lawn care, green industry type stuff, right? We are consistent with those things. Life, business, lawns, those type of things. We stay consistent with that. You don't see me doing a video on how to do Twitch, how to create a TikTok, what's the best cereal brand, how to play video games. No, it's lawnmowers, grass, feel good about yourself, lawnmowers, grass, learn how to do something to help yourself, go out here, win in life. It's all consistency. And we've been doing it now for 3 years, damn near. So it takes time, it takes consistency, and be ready to put in that time and that consistency. If anyone has any questions, I would love to answer them, but we got to be quick. Like I said, I have to get off here soon, and it's been fun. It's been amazing. Can you do me a favor? If you feel like this video has helped you in some way, shape, or form, give it a 5-star review over on whatever podcast and platform you're listening to this on. If you're watching now and you're still here, man, hey, I appreciate it. And you are a real one for sure. My man Spence Crisco has been a member for 6 months now. Shout out to him. He says safe travels, man. But if you have enjoyed this show, comment, right? If you're here right now, once the video is posted, do me a favor, comment where you're from, comment something that you liked about the show. If you're watching after this on a replay, comment down below. I would love to connect with you and create relationships, man. That's what it's all about, is winning in life with friends who become family. That's what this is all about. If you are interested in joining Lightbringer University, which will be coming soon, I'm still trying to figure out some last details for the group. You can DM me at Mac underscore landscaping 412 on Instagram, or you can email me at maclandscaping412 at gmail.com and give me your first and last name and your email address, and I will add you to the list. You can also join my email list by downloading the free templates that I have down in the show description on the podcast and in the video description on YouTube. It is also up on my link tree on Instagram if you are interested in downloading the free email estimate request templates that I have for you so that you can respond quickly to these estimate requests as they come in, man. We want you to be on Google, have a good CRM, have a website, and streamline these services. And this is one way that I do it is by using these email estimate request templates. They are 100% free, and it just adds you to an email list so that you can know what is going on when new things happen. We will not spam email you ever. I 1000% promise you that. We'll never get a spam email. Um, Also, if you would like to go down to Equip Expo, Louisville, Kentucky from October, I'm going to say 20th through the October 25th for Equip Expo. I will be down there for LCR Summit on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday night from 6 to 10 p.m. We have the Win in Life meetup at Equip Expo, which we have, I think, 50 or 55 people who are currently signed up. So if you're going to be at Equip Expo, you can come down to this live event, the Win in Life meetup at Equip Expo, 100% free, thanks to our sponsors. I will name those sponsors later. There will be food provided for the first 100 people, or while supplies last, 100 gift grab bags for the first 100 attendees. We will play 3 games. We got the best dress contest. Last year's winner was my man, Ron Folk. He came with a fire outfit. So my man Alan Lemire said he's gonna kill it this year. I know my homie Pookie is going to. My man Lawn Vibes is going to. So if you want to come down there and compete in the best dress contest, I would love to see you down there. We also got the strike challenge where everyone rolls a ball down the bowling alley. 8 people all at once. If you get a strike, you move on. If you do not get a strike and no one else gets a strike, whoever has the most pins knocked down, they will advance to the next round. We will have a prize for both of those. And last but certainly not least, we will have the rock, paper, scissor tournament backed by popular demand. And anyone can come to the event. We do have a limit of around 600 people. Hey, maybe we'll get to that. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But there will be 2 cash bars available while you are at the event. It will be from 6 to 9 p.m. at Vernon Lanes on Story Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky. We will do the Lawn Care Power Moves podcast from 9 to 10 p.m. when the event concludes, and you can stay for as long as you want. There are dartboards, pool tables, arcade games, maybe even shuffleboard. I don't know. We got a live studio audience for that Power Moves episode, and it will be a blast. Last year, 264 people attended the event, so I would like to beat that number this year. You can sign up down in the show notes on my link tree at Mac_landscaping412 or any of the YouTube videos that you may see until the event happens and becomes in the past. All right. But again, Mac 50 will save you 50% on your Equip registration. You can also sign up for the LCR Summit on the 20th and the 21st of October by using code MAC at checkout. I will receive a small commission, but it will let Naylor know how people found out about this cool event where there's 2 full days of workshops. I will be the MC and I can't wait to see you there. You can sign up at LCR Summit.com. Let's go. As always, Mac, did you get my name added to the email? Yes, I did. My man Pookie is on there too. We got the Rustin Shelton on there. What's going on? Hey, I appreciate everyone who hangs out each and every week. So my man Spence Crisco says Lightbringer U, another reference to the mythical group. Haha, just kidding. Yeah, bruh. It's mythical right now, but I promise you it will be here. It will be here soon, man. Shout out to my homie Spence. Says safe travels, Mac. Spence Crisco says Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the answer to the best cereal. Hmm. Maybe next week we'll have my top 5 cereals and stuff. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I ain't gonna lie. Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, Honeycombs, Fruity Pebbles. There's so many Frosted Flakes. Don't get me started, Spence. Don't get me started. Let's see. Do we got anything else here? And Drew says, I can 100% relate, got to focus. And the same thing Tate said, preparation. Absolutely. A man, Clark Williamson says, Mac, I've been looking at 2019 through 2021 Ford Rangers, and I'm going to buy one hopefully next month. That boy, 15 years old. See, that be the thing, right? It's so fire to me that people are out here planning for the future. It's dope to me. Young, old, it don't matter who you are, what you look like, what you believe in, who you believe in. Get started. Get in motion. Clark is 15 years old. The boy's in motion. He about to buy a truck. He ain't even got his license yet. That's fire to me. Let that inspire you. I know it inspires me. Shout out to my man, Clark Williamson. Uh, Drew, where we at? Where's the comment? He says, hey, Matt, guess what I've learned at church? What I've learned is everything is evil that the enemy sends your way and God sends and turns into a blessing for you, so you never worry about the people prey on your own downfall. He is right. He is right. Let it. That'll be the last shot. Let people who want to see you fail, let that motivate you. This is the last shot. Let me put this banner up real quick. Let the people who prey on your downfall motivate you to show them you can do anything you want, but God's on my side. The devil sent you to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what they say. But God's on my side. And he be on your side too. He don't leave nobody out. You get to choose whether or not you allow people preying on your downfall to actually create your downfall. Who cares about them? We care about you. You're a winner out here, man. You're a winner. So don't let people who are preying on your downfall actually create a downfall. Instead, use it as an injection of motivation. Let it inspire you to go out and get the education that you need to prove them wrong. Because just because they can't do it, it don't mean we can't do it. Just because they won't do it, it don't mean that we don't do it. Just because they want to stand still like my swimming pool, it don't mean that we ain't gonna clean the filters out, put the correct chemicals in there to clear up that water and get that funk out of there. We got swimming pool parties to have. You hear me? Swimming pool parties. When they want to prey on your downfall, let them know it's cool, baby. We just gonna jump in the pool. Can't get hurt doing that. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. I wish you nothing but success. Come see me at Vegas, the Lawn and Landscape Technology Conference. Uh, July 22nd through the 25th, we will be there all day. Be there or be square. It's going to be a fun time. I'll see you next week. Next Monday, we're coming back to you better than ever. If you would like to be a guest on the show, do me a favor. Hit me up, Mac_landscaping 412 on Instagram. You can comment on this thing down here. You can email me at maclandscaping412 at gmail.com. Let me know you want to come on the show and share your light of inspiration. You want to be a light bringer so you can light the path for the next person that is either behind you, maybe walking next to you. And sometimes your light can shine so bright that even the people who are already in front of you, they can see you coming. Let's go. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. I wish you nothing but success. We already did that, but don't forget that the creator created you to be creative. So get out there, create whatever you want in your life, because I got to go to Vegas. So I'm out. Peace.